problem. And I was just doing that. That's why all this shit's sitting out here like this. I just did that.
Right. Let me go grab my tobacco if that's okay. Yeah, no, good. Let me grab my tobacco.
Yeah, go ahead. It's outside. It doesn't bother me that much.
No worries about it.
Yeah. I'm from Kentucky. We smoked inside in Kentucky. No place. They don't have indoor smoking anywhere here. Anywhere.
Yo, this is kind of far-fetched, right?
Huh?
This is kind of far-fetched. I feel like a little kid doing this, but I'm trying to smoke. I'm trying to get pre-rolls. I have weed, but I need to get pre-rolls, and I don't have my wallet because I'm coming down here from Slow. I go to Cal Poly, and I'm coming down to visit my girlfriend. I left my wallet at Cal Poly. And I was trying to buy pre-rolls, but you have to be 21 with an ID to get pre-rolls.
Oh, you don't have ID?
I don't have my ID. I don't have my wallet, so I have no ID.
You look about roughly.
And that's what I thought. So I thought I'd be able to like kind of just like yeah.
Is there a cannabis shop right here?
What's that? No, I have my own weed. I just need the pre-rolls to like smoke the weed. To like.
You talking about the
You
papers?
need the papers.
They won't sell the papers.
They won't sell you paper. Yeah, papers. I'll buy you. Yeah, that's not. You're not going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a master roller. If you need
Are you buying them here?
shit, I'm a
I can
master.
want shit too. I literally just need that.
These guys are cool. Don't give them to.
Yeah, that's fine. Papers will do it. That's
I just went to the cigarette store. So
You're not going to get in trouble for the
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Just give me. You got the money?
I literally remember you too for it. I wish.
Oh, you don't have.
Carly,
Do you need just some papers?
yeah, you need like $2 or $3.
Literally just some papers.
Yeah, I'll go in there and buy some.
That'd be great.
I have no
You
papers.
got money though? Like, I'm fucking homeless, so if you got money, I'll.
I can Venmo you. I'd Venmo you extra too. What's up?
I have Squarespace. I can take credit card payments.
That's
I'm homeless too. Like, yeah, give me something. I can. You want to?
Hold on. I might have to.
You know, plus I'm a YouTube creator. And I run my own business.
I wish I could do something.
You know what? Fucking like $40 to even get it. You guys both have social media. Say that.
Yeah, what's it? All of it.
Docta Canis. D-O-C-T-A. Yeah. Tell her too. D-O-C-T-A space C-A-N-I-S.
No, I saw you at the whole stuff, and I was like, do you know what? It's what? I just asked you.
There's an ad or something. So subscribe there. The Starbucks video is a perfect video. Give thumbs up and hit share. You got Facebook.
I don't have Facebook. I do have Reddit.
Whatever, anything. Just
and I can just send it to my friends. Like people actually think.
exactly. That's what you do is spread the word and ask them to share it.
Well, I could literally
But I have 4 channels. That's not even the biggest one.
Do you have all of the channels?
Yeah. Yeah, every video in the description box right there. Yeah. More, all of the these are.
All of them.
Yes, please. It's a long story. It's a long story, but I got famous on accident, and then I started making money, and I was real good, and then my soul destroyed me, and then I tried to make a comeback. I fucking research like that. It's a long story. There's been 8 channels I've lost.
Really?
I have 4 simultaneous channels now. And I need to know that. That was 4, right?
That was 3. One more.
Which one did I? And I need to go
They lied. They totally lied. Right?
What, did they say they're open?
Yeah.
Oh.
Somebody was hauling ass out of here at the end of their shift.
It's closed and said it was open. And fuck, I should still. I have. I think I will. That's probably what I have to do. I wish I could do something else too. Well, they go for. First of all, there's Patreon, PayPal, and all that. You can tell me whatever you want. Oh, I've got $1 a month Patreon. Really? No one Patreon. No, it's a monthly subscription. You're pledging the fund. I've got $1 and $5 Patreon.
That's really sweet.
I love that. I only have one donor.
Yeah.
Keep it on. That's it. But I've had some in the past. I have had channels 2,000 subscribers. My wife is my friend stalkers. And this is like, what is this? This is a stranger.
Yeah.
And she's a right wing Q-Anon person. We're about to have a debate whether this is great.
I'm like, I can be recorded talking about it, sure.
Yeah.
I love it.
But I want you to know
That's gonna be on
that
my
QAnon. Okay,
That's so sweet.
but QAnon is what the media calls it. Q is a military op, and nods are people who decode the hints that were
That's
given.
sort of the first one, but it's not the biggest one right now. The business card formal thing, service dog rights. Whatever. That's what got me famous. But I have 3 other channels: my personal blog and my courthouse. The other stuff. The hard part.
Yeah.
Big blogs, my personal blog.
All this fun shit.
too. This is all, and I have the GoPro. That's the back. Train.
Yeah.
Right now. I want a new camera, right? That's why my Christmas wish is flying some of those flying sign. But they blog of that. So the party or everything on Thanksgiving, fuck that. I'll make a bunch of money.
That's what you have to be doing.
That's how I always do that on the holiday flights. I'm way better than that. So Tuesday.
I completely forgot it's Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Turkey Day.
I'm running here and grab some. Let me.
This is just like.
Are you good with papers? Like, do you like rice paper, or are you it?
I was literally just gonna get the
JB or
Zigzag.
wallpaper.
I was gonna get the raw. I was gonna get the raw.
Raw,
The
I use
cones.
those,
The
yeah.
cones.
The comes because home.
The cones. Yeah, just so it's easy.
They are easier.
It's just so.
I
like
learned to
rolling. It's like
roll
a
using a bill,
Are you?
Yeah.
but if you don't have a bill, it's hard to roll.
You're all good. I promise. I promise. We're just gonna go whip down the cones and get this one. I appreciate you so much.
If you
What was
say-
your name?
Big Wood is my name. Mr. Wood is my real name.
Mr. Wood.
But Big Wood is what
Big
people
Wood.
call
I
me.
love that.
Docta Canis is just that actually was trained dog in Latin. Trained dog in Latin.
That's
and
hot.
Docta Canis.
Yeah.
I found that on accident when I
Big Wood.
ran.
I fuck with Big Wood.
Yeah, my real name. And police call me when you're in jail. You get called by your last name.
Really?
Who judges now?
Yeah, military same
Wood.
way.
Like,
Military
Wood.
same way.
Wood.
You go by your last name.
Yeah.
So yeah, but QAnon's not a thing. Q and then a non. The media calls it QAnon because they label it that way.
I've like talked to everyone about this. It's just the lies that get spread, the shit that gets told, and the fact that we can't even talk about it. You have to push a certain agenda, or else you can't say shit.
Well, you're watching what's happening on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Fucking
Okay, glad.
awesome.
I'm glad you agree. It really is awesome. Getting all people their platforms back and shit.
Now, I just want you to know that Elon has been talking to Anons for years using timestamps, and that's part of this whole thing. So the way that it went down was people on 4chan on poll, people used to just post random shit. We had like a guy named like FBI and drop like shit, what was going on with the FBI. So one day this person just started posting shit and identified themselves as Q.
Appreciate you, Big Boy.
Those are good quality paper stuff too, but I'm a master fucking roller. My father taught me to roll.
Man of many skills.
Cigarette.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a
College
master.
too, I'm doing the same thing with the type of bag.
And black dude taught me to roll squat and power. And I roll.
Well, you really gotta.
I gotta make that shit work.
I That's awesome.
But I
Stuff
can
like
put
What was her
smoking.
name?
Tiffany, like
She still
Tiffany's
smokes
store.
tobacco. I put
I
all
do.
smoking years
Yeah,
ago
they're
and
my
vaped
switch.
only, and I have the most expensive.
That's what I'm saying. I
That's
have
how it
to
should
quit the tobacco because my lungs can't take both.
I was telling
I
her,
told her,
give up the
same,
brown
same.
frown.
Yeah, years and years of damage. Years and years of damage. So anyway, so one of the things that happened with the drops that were posted by Q is that the timestamps that they were posted on those things have meaning. So Elon would post shit, and then the timestamps would correlate to a Q post. Elon has been doing this for fucking years.
Yeah,
But it's very
The hard tart.
it's very geared towards cerebral people.
I'll just send it every single thing. And then
Not
I'm
why,
gonna
you
send
see,
it
I
to her,
work.
you guys got it. Hello.
Please do.
Right, to remember.
Wait, hold up. Big Wood.
Yeah.
Gotta let them know. Gotta get the story.
So anyway,
Visually.
it's
Well, anyway, I know
so
the law.
it's basically just a bunch of hints about what's going on in the world. So what
They
happened?
make it. It's there. It's
Right,
there.
and so the anons were basically just people researching what this person was saying. Like, are they a clown? Are they for real? Is this bullshit? So over time, and I mean over time, it took months, there was an established pattern of communications that correlated between timestamps and different important people. Trump, Grassley, Dan Scavino, Mike Flynn, they're all interconnected. And it's really a big fucking puzzle. Like, some of the pieces will fit, some are never going to fit.
Well, it's because there's
Figure it
a ton
out.
of fucking pieces that are just fake lies that aren't even part of the puzzle. So that's the hardest part of
You've got a
finding.
million pieces on a puzzle that maybe holds 10,000.
Yep.
And you now have literally millions of people around the world trying to help put the puzzles together.
Yeah.
It's an interesting evolutionary
Waiting for
process.
10 people.
But it is, it's worth checking out because it's about the drops. Like, read the drops and then decide for yourself if you want to look at this shit or not. The thing is, the more they say in the media about how bad it is, the more we laugh. Anybody can look at it. We are not violent people. We are patriots. We are from every walk of life on this earth, and they're not just limited to the U.S. International.
You know what? I should have used good advice.
Involved
but I
in
know
this
it's
too.
very
So
popular, but
on the
I
research
have
board, there was 4chan, 8chan, 8Q. And on 8Q,
so
there's
much.
Italian Q decoders, there's British, and it's a global thing. It's really cool.
It's the never-ending rabbit hole.
It is. And all kinds of fun stuff are happening now, and Twitter's kind of interesting. And the bottom line is
But I make videos for a living.
that, and I think it came out yesterday, Elon said that basically the way things were going is everybody was being indoctrinated into the Bay Area. I think he was having lived in the Bay Area for 10 years. There's a
There's
lot
some
of
culture going on there.
there's a lot of culture stuff that was getting dumped to push a different culture that's not shared by all. And now that that's flipping, it's very exciting. I'm totally entertained by this. And watching people freak out over social media, I think it's very entertaining. We spend your whole life wasting strangers on the internet right now. Just let people be people. Let them share information. You don't have to agree with it.
But just being okay with listening to it and then discussing it, we'd be like light years beyond where we're
Well, that
now.
used to be the case.
I know it sucks because like if I say something that you don't agree with, explain to me right. Don't just
Right, or call me names.
we're all from different walks of lives. It's like because then when you get called names, then it's like you want to believe it even more. You're like, oh, this person like call me names. So you like,
Well,
it
that
gets you
ends the
nowhere.
discussion. There's
It
no
does.
discussion anymore because now all reason is left the argument. It's purely emotional.
It's all
that way.
emotion.
Yeah. But I think that we need that. We need to bring back dialogue. Definitely. And there is no one right answer. Great. It's just religion. No, it's religion. No one right answer. You can find what's
Religion, all stuff. It's a big group that just they always think they're right.
Yeah.
But, I can really just talk about this for a minute.
Time to be alive though to watch all these
Something's going down.
Yeah.
You know, in our lifetime.
In a couple of years.
Definitely.
In a couple of years.
It's building up.
That you can watch it start to twist now because of the information like Twitter the dialogue coming
And I got
back.
famous on accident.
It'll be phenomenal when it's all
But I'm
over.
psycho.
It really will. It'll be exciting to see it all play out.
And we will be telling stories for decades, and 20, 30 generations from now, people are still going to talk about this time. Because it's so pivotal. All of humankind is fighting for their freedom. And it's not really getting played up here, but if you have time, look at what's happening in Iran. Look what's happening in Saigon, China, at the iPhone factory. The workers have been protesting and attacking the police for days in China. There's protests in Greece. The whole Brazil thing is amazing. There's hundreds of thousands of people.
So you won't hear shit about that, will you?
You can. I
You
gotta
have to
say,
look for it.
Telegram is like the National Enquirer
Love
of
Telegram.
research. But where the videos are, you can literally, like, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, Iran was bombing the fuck out of Iraq and hit every Kurd establishment. The only places it was on was Telegram, Gab, and Truth. Nobody else was talking about it.
Interesting.
It was really interesting. So if you go, if you literally just type it under search and you just type in Kurd, K-U-R-D, you'll find the videos.
On Telegram?
On Telegram. You type in Kurd, it'll show you the videos of Iran bombing them.
Yeah.
Then you can type in what's going on with Greece, Brazil. That's one of the places because there's no, like you can upload a 20-minute video there and there's no problem. A lot of the other sites don't let you upload lengthy videos. So that's one of the reasons Telegram has been good at getting these videos out to people. Because you can get them and share them easily. But if you tried to post it, like you can't post a 20-minute video. Post a link.
I get taken down.
Right. Well, I don't know. It's definitely shifting. There's a lot of people still getting in trouble and still getting shit taken down. But I think they're still filtering. And every time people are locked out of the building and Elon's making changes, I think that's a good thing because there probably are people who would sabotage what he's trying to do. You know, they're already trying to do that financially with boycotts of. But it's going to be an amazing thing in the next couple of years because...
Hey, when it happens, I'll be thinking about you.
Right?
Yeah.
You'll be like, I talked to one and on, and she was
Tiffany.
like, this is going to be so great. But yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Popcorn.
Holy
Buy
shit.
popcorn. Keep
Yeah.
it handy. Because the shit
Big word.
show is just getting started.
It is. I appreciate you guys so much.
Right about that.
Yeah. It was nice having you guys.
Have a great night.
I'll
and
be
happy-
smoking this weed. I'll be thinking about you guys.
Right? I'm telling you, just read the drops.
All
See what you think. Decide for yourself.
We'll do.
All right.
Bye, Tiffany.
Bye. Guys, take care. Drive safe out there.
Thank you so much for your kindness, guys.
You're
Love meeting
welcome.
People like you.
You're good.
The world is a beautiful place when we let it be.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too, sir.
That was pretty cool for me. I know he let me he gave me his phone, and I went through my own 4 channels.
Right.
Gave myself subscriptions. And
That's awesome.
so that's one that's good. And he said he'd share them with his girl, and
right,
she got one
and I
for
have
sure.
your card to share too.
Yeah, please.
I will.
It's so important, and it's free. I'm poor. I take whatever. I do have. I should have said that just a little more. I do have. Yeah, I did. I said I had a Patreon and stuff.
Yeah, you told him. I heard you tell him that. Oh, and a lot of
Because
people aren't
send,
familiar
I got
with
Cashapp
it.
and shit. If people give me, and I got
Right.
crypto. I can
Right,
say.
and buy me a coffee is another one people are starting to do now.
People buy you stuff all the time, and
Right.
that's
well, buy
one
me a
that's.
coffee is another, like Venmo or the Square. Some of the
Cash
others.
App, yeah.
People are into it.
I know what I'm doing.
Pride.
And that's big. I've gotten people that have given me money, large money, $100.
Right.
When I pull that out, when they're like, you got your shit together enough to have banking and that, they're like, all right, I'll give you some.
Right, because you're lucid.
And yes, and people know that. People know me.
Mm-hmm.
They know that I have a motion tracker on this too. I could have turned on. I never blow money.
Right.
Or like this is the ounce I was talking about.
Right.
I bought in bulk. That's lasted me since July. It's same. I
That's
also had flour, the same ounce I was
amazing.
just talking about with her. It took me 4 months to smoke an ounce of flour.
Yeah.
I vape almost exclusively, and it's the longevity I'm getting out of this. They see this now.
Right.
It's the same. It's the same. That's the camera right there. It's getting empty. It's 7/8 empty, but that's still so much. It's not empty. I may make it to the end of the year.
Right? It's,
For
well, it's
$100
not that
bucks.
far along to...
It's ridiculous. I'm
You
under
may
$1
make
a
it to
day.
next spring.
No, it's under $1 a day. It's at that level. It's just free. And this has been a weird. You said you had that brand?
No, I have a similar structure where instead of this circular base, and I don't have, mine's a smooth. There's no label or crest or anything on the glass tube. It's literally just a solid tube with the 3 spikes on the bottom to hold the ice on the inside.
This is similar. This is
similar, yeah.
Stuff.
And it's super thick glass. Yeah.
Tank glass. It's unbreakable and has a guarantee to the point that if we break it, they give me another.
Yep.
Like it was expensive, but I got sick of breaking them. I was joking about this. I bought a $100 piece from this dude. I swear I got my little scorpion pipe I've talked about. I broke it at a festival. I ordered this for a festival. Went to the festival. They didn't get this to me in time.
Oh.
Stoners, slow shipping, swear. So, and I emailed them and talked to them back and forth. They wanted pictures of the festival and everything. But that was unfortunate. And I took this piece, this air from these guys, a little smaller bubbler setup, one of those with a base, just a stationary bubbler. And it broke, of course, because, and I'm so sick of that type of burning money.
Right.
I can't do it.
Well, I swear they make shit breakable for that reason. And like the cell phone, like the ear pods, the tiny shit, so you lose them.
True. Yes.
Is this a scam just so that they can continue to sell them because we lose them all the time?
Stolen cell phones are a scam market. They can snap their fingers and make cell phones unstealable because they're GPS devices.
Right.
Like you can just say, hey, you can't turn it, but they don't do that because when you get your phone stolen, you buy a new phone, and a new iPhone's $1,000.
That's right.
$1,000.
Guaranteed revenue.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't, because a good one, like I've got the good phone here. In theory, this could last 3 or 4 years without bothering me a bit, since it is the brand new cutting edge and it's got large storage. But they don't want you waiting 4 years.
Nope.
Now the odds of getting a nice phone stolen in 4 years are not zero.
Right. Especially depending on where you are. Some places are definitely not going to make it a couple months.
Yeah, it's almost assured that something will happen. But the sheer number of stolen phones, they can make an iPhone could just be like, you can't steal me because it's a GPS beacon and we'll take pictures of your face and send it to the FBI.
Right.
I've done that before too. I've lost a phone up in LA and they've called me because I've got sayings on lock screens that say, "Fuck you, bring the phone back," or like it's got a GPS tracker. One of them says something about that in my email. And I got more than one phone. Right.
But you have to anymore, especially when you're trying to do digital stuff online. You really
I'm doing
do need
business
more than
stuff.
one.
I got the cards. That's actually my older, cheaper, shittiest phone. And I keep my personal stuff as the new one.
Right. Nope, I agree. That's the way to go. I have my old phone.
I finally have to put on the jacket. That's so right now I didn't even want a jacket. This dude here is being a douche. I hate that. I bought pipes from him, and I wasn't negative to him at all. And it just got under my skin. And I was in a mood. Like I knew I was gonna fuck. This is all a coincidence because I need a water. I'm gonna have to go fucking buy water from him too. Hold on.
Oh yes, you're signed.
Yeah, sodas in there that are $5. I was like, I can't have shit on it. It's like, oh.
Wow.
Honestly, I would drink cannabis.
I swear, I think I've had cannabis soda somewhere. Great cannabis soda.
Yeah, they do
remember.
make that. I know, I've seen it around too.
Yeah.
a couple of different sodas and drinks. Problem for me is the milligrams are always too low.
I remember that too. I've only had some few drinks and they're low. And I make my own drinks and I got pussy over that.
Right.
Tea. I know how to make pot tea. And I had a girl that, there was a whole thing with her and her mother, both of them. I make them pot tea. And it worked out great.
Right on.
And that's something for the people at home. If you have flour and you want to have a healthy, non-smoking way of ingesting it, you can buy actual tea with caffeine or not. There's a few different mixes of that. There's a whole thing with tea, whatever. But you can open the bag and put cannabis in there and steep it, and it will work just fine and dandy.
Yeah. You can also do it with just a tea strainer.
Oh yeah.
That works too. Done that way. So for Q, let me just tell you, it started with a place called Poll on 4chan, a political chat room, basically, and.
I'm aware of that.
Okay, so people would go and draw, and
the
people
4chan dude. It was supposed to be one dude, and it's supposed to torch passed at one point, right? It became someone else, like someone took over.
Yeah, it was owned by a guy whose online moniker's Hot Wheels, and then Hot Wheels sold it to Jim Watkins, and then
sold. I didn't know.
Yeah,
it was
but
sold.
I don't think it was 4. I think that's what happened with 8chan. So I think Hot Wheels.
4chan and 8chan, two different ones. I know.
So
like 8chan's the even worse one.
Yeah.
Right?
So 4chan, well 8chan's gone now. So 4chan's still there. So people would go on there and post shit. And like there was a guy named FBI Anon and a couple other people over the years who would post shit about the government or politics or what's really going on behind the scenes, right? And a lot of it's bullshit, but some were legit. So this.
Oh wait. So basically, you kept throwing shit till something stuck?
Well, different people, it's all anonymous, so it's hard to say who's who. Like FBI Anon always used a logo, like FBI logo, but
He's
the
got
problem,
a calling
but
card.
anybody could copy that logo, so you don't really know. Because the whole thing is anonymous, so you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. So we started getting these little tidbits of information from this entity that ended up identifying itself as Q, like the letter Q. And people would research what was posted. You know, shit would get posted that was kind of cryptic, and it was like hinting about something, so then everybody would try and figure out what the hint was and start researching it. And a lot of different things got uncovered. So over time, people who were on poll found that the information seemed legit. There were, for whatever reason,
The information seems legit.
yeah.
These people have come up with some winners like JFK is still alive.
Well, that's not something Q ever said.
Well, the Q-Anon movement,
Well,
the people
but again,
that bought that account have decided on that.
Well, there's other. So again, it's all anonymous online. So people do their own research. That's kind of the mantra of it all. Like, research
Do
for
their own
yourself.
research.
Yeah.
That's me. I do my own research.
Right. Nobody spoon feeds you in this fucking movement. Like, you have to go do the legwork and figure out what the fuck is going on, because it has to connect in your mind to make sense. And people go in different rabbit holes. So the whole JFK thing, the shape of the earth thing, you know, all of those.
Oh, flat earthers? Oh, no. Oh, wait, are you a flat earther?
I am.
Oh, no! No! How could you? All right,
let me put it this way. That's the easy answer. The real answer is, I looked into it and did all the research using the scientific.
Did all the research.
And what I found was, I can't prove with the information that we're given that it's round.
No, you can. You can see its shadow on the moon with the naked eye. I've got video of me looking at that. Right.
Okay,
during the correct eclipse, the Earth will cast a shadow on the moon, and it's a curved shadow. But beyond that, let's put it all aside. We don't even. That's the wrong side of the conversation. I am a first principles dude. Are you familiar with like Christopher Hitchens, people like that? Stephen Hawking.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I know a lot about physics. I'm an autistic nerd. I know how the world works and first principles, and I know a ridiculous amount. I know how the phones work, and the planes, and the satellites, which is a big one in technology. So, as far as the world being round, once we had phones, we could get that one, because you can call someone in New York right now, like, well, it's dark, right?
Right.
Like, you can. There's no question. With the Earth rotating, there's no question, and the stars for navigation.
Well, I've seen videos because people.
But how planets are formed, how stars are formed.
I've seen
flat
videos
Earth has the only flat Earth possible is under a dome, some shit, whatever. No, scratch that. Spheroids, something approximate. It's an oblate spheroid. It's not perfectly round, but
Right. So where's the photograph of the oblique? Show me that.
there's a bunch of them.
Where?
But there's a live stream from the International Space Station looking now. Anyone can access it at all times.
I have.
And there's other scientific instruments too, like a lot. Yeah.
No,
I could pull it up on my
been
other
there.
phone.
I did all that. I used to use my computer to run the SETI analysis.
Live stream from the International Space Station.
Here's Show Me Live International Space Station videos on YouTube.
And this is live.
I know they say that.
So there. Oh my God, they have music.
Yeah, that's part of this CGI
And this is from
experience.
Space Video 5.3 million. It is live, and it's looking down. It's got the ISS is over the North Pacific Ocean. Yes, you can with a Walmart telescope. You can see this, by the way. You don't need shit.
I've seen it from the Foothill Ranch parking lot.
It's
over
not
in
hard
front
to
of
see.
Denny's.
I'm not sure on naked eye, but it will follow
naked eye.
Naked eye.
It looked a lot closer than it should be with the naked eye.
It's reflective. It's a man-made object. It's kind of.
It's about.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of cool. I've seen a vaguely similar episode, but no, forget that. Forget all that. I don't play with. I'm an atheist. I don't believe in any religion. Okay, so part of the Q thing is satanic pedophiles and all this. I don't believe in any Satan. The adrenochrome shit. I watched a documentary on adrenochrome just recently. There is a substance called adrenochrome, oxidized adrenaline. Has nothing to do with kids, nothing to do with anything. You can get it if you want. It's worthless. It's just, the oxidized version of adrenaline called adrenochrome does exist. It doesn't mean anything.
I'm well aware of it.
It's not. It's the whole thing.
Do you know what Alibaba is? It's
the eBay or not eBay, Amazon of Europe or not Europe. West or Russia and India.
You can buy adrenochrome on Alibaba.
Yes, you can get it in America. It's legal, but it doesn't do anything.
So,
it's just a chemical.
Right, but it does do something. Did you ever see or read?
It's oxidized
Hunter
adrenaline.
S. Thompson's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
That one I a long time ago, but I did see that one.
So what in the beginning of the book? They're driving off to Vegas, and Hunter S. starts. We were wherever, just outside of Barstow when the drugs started to take effect. That's like the opening line, one of the best opening lines ever in a book. But in the book and in the movie, they talk about the adrenochrome
because I was barely 18. I didn't know anything about anything. But I don't. And I've heard references to that, but again, skip it, put it to the side. I know a lot about chemistry and biology.
My point is that the lawyer for Hunter S. Thompson talks about adrenochrome and how you get it from kids because it's pure.
No, it doesn't matter. It's just a chemical. Purity doesn't matter. It's a chemical. Do you know what a chemical is?
It does matter because it changes the blood composition. So
it doesn't. No,
it does because it infuses it with the adrenaline.
No. We can buy synthetic adrenaline, epinephrine. It's useful in some.
Right, and EpiPens that go bad become...
Yes, that's actually,
Yeah, they become adrenochrome.
Right, but adrenochrome has nothing to do with kids. It's a stupid conspiracy by people that don't understand chemistry.
Okay, I'm going to... See me? I work for a 3-letter agency, and I assure you, because I work with the victims... that this shit's real.
They are, but that's stupid.
It's not.
You won't tell the agency.
I think of what agencies would be working with kids, and I'll leave it at that. So, here's the thing.
No, I don't like.
Okay,
that's silly.
Here's the thing.
That's silly. It's just a silly supposition.
Did Epstein traffic kids? Did Nixium traffic kids?
Oh, Epstein traffic kids or Epstein traffic 16-year-olds? Two different things.
No,
Japanese
they're not.
businessman
They're
will be like, yeah, of course.
They're not two different things, though, because the age of consent
I've just never heard anything but something like a realistic teenager. I don't think Epstein kills and eats kids. I think he fucks cheerleader teenager bitches, 16-year-old.
Okay.
I wasn't there.
So was Ghislaine Maxwell convicted of pimping kids?
All of it was the same thing I just said, 16-year-olds, and I'm not even that hard on the shit. I don't
pimping kids. Okay. So
but 16-year-old, I'm not. I wasn't there.
Do you think 16-year-olds want to be pimped?
In many situations, yeah. I'm not saying it's good, but in the way the world works, that's not what you're talking about. You're talking about killing and eating kids to get some chemicals. That's ridiculous to all abomination. People
talking about children being tortured and
people
bloodlet.
do get killed and they eat the shit. But that's because they're crazy because of shit like this.
I'm talking about
it's because people don't understand the science and they do stupid shit like that.
Children being tortured and bloodlet.
It's stupid.
What I'm talking about.
It's stupid.
I'm not talking about cannibalism.
That's all. I just learned what bloodletting. The whole, get this, all right. Far Eastern medicine was supposed to be an important thing, and it's something talked about, and they saw hippos over there that looked like they were bleeding, and it turned out it wasn't even bleeding. It was just the way they get sunburnt and oils they excrete. They weren't bleeding, but that tradition came from some papers written from people coming back from travels, and bloodletting in the Middle Ages comes from those papers, and we can trace the history. It's all bullshit. It turned out to be absolute. They were mistaken about what the animals were doing. The whole thing was a waste of time, and it turned out, and people have died from bloodletting. It turned out not to be a thing.
We did that with leeches.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Because the belief was that you would get rid of the bad blood that way.
Exactly, but it turns out we're just getting rid of blood, and except for extremely specific cases of infection. Leeches can be used for necrotic. There's some
leeches and maggots for necrotic tissue.
Yeah, but that's not what they're talking about with the bloodletting. The bloodletting was to hurt people.
So the main thing with Q is Q never talked about adrenochrome. There's not one mention of adrenochrome. So it's important to understand that the media is deliberately mucked up what some people have said to imply that that's the way it is.
Okay, let me explain. Here, let me tell you how I sort my media. I have this first principles look, and I know a lot about science, and a lot about politics, and a lot about logic and reason. If I catch someone fucking up a line, I do this little trick where I go to the little dots, say, "Hey, never show me this channel again," and it goes away.
Right.
Have you ever heard of the Young Turks?
Vaguely.
It's a major left-wing project channel. They're quite popular. But I caught them lying red-handed and flagrantly one time, and I shut down their whole network. I refused to watch any of their sub-projects, and there's a dozen personalities associated with them, because they were lied about the Speaker of the House position and said it could have switched over and gone to the Republicans, but there was no procedural alignment where that would happen. That it's not the way the procedure works. We lie. I watched their head dude. It's self-run too. It's the leader of the company. So Cenk Uygur. I watched him say this lie, and he's the founder and leader of this shit. Okay, I caught him lying, so I cut off the whole. It's not necessarily the Constitution, but it's the documents that go with that, the procedural. The way it works. There's no question. The way the Speaker of the House.
Constitutionally, anybody can be Speaker. It is in the Constitution. You don't have to be a House member. So if you don't have to be a House member to be Speaker of the House, then anybody, including a Republican, can be a Speaker in a Democrat-dominant House.
But
it's up to the House
go
to
to
decide.
Them. It wouldn't fit if they.
Well, that's why the majority of the House has typically had Speaker in our history. There may have been one time, if any, that the
there was
Speaker,
no risk in that situation.
Right.
A different Democrat may have gotten it, but there was no risk of the Republicans gaining the Speaker of the House position.
Because the majority in the House made it clear,
they just wanted the progressives to give the fuck up, and they didn't necessarily have to.
They just
but
lost
Cenk
the
lied.
House.
Cenk lied. I watched him lie, but you have to understand how specific I'm being here. I'm saying 8 different sub-characters, a whole channel. I sterilize you. It's a very simple option. You know what you're doing with blocking. Just don't show me this channel anymore, and you have to be thorough with that. Jimmy Dore, have you heard of him? He's another big left-wing guy. He disrespected Noam Chomsky. Dead. Okay,
Right.
he's an anti-vax nut. By the way, are you an anti-vax?
You bet your ass.
Oh, you shouldn't be so close. I'm fully vaccinated, of course. You don't know what vaccine. And let me say why. That's the broad.
Because it's experimental.
What do you mean experimental?
It's experimental.
A billion doses have been administered.
It's
What's
still
we have the
experimental.
data.
And the data's been hidden. You might want to look into it.
No, it's not been hidden. It's publicly available, and I understand how
After
the
a
medical
court
field works,
case
how people.
where they tried to seal it for 75 years and lost, and that's why it's
No,
public.
that's conspiracy theory.
No,
Nonsense.
it's actually real. Feel free to look it up. You can look it up. It's a court case. I'll
Sealed the
wait.
knowledge of the vaccine for 75 years.
They did try. Pfizer tried to keep
QAnon
it
people
sealed.
just have nothing. They always
Dude.
have fluff.
No, it's a fact.
You
There's
don't
your
know
phone.
how science works.
I do.
This information
I
is
am
shared
telling-
with everyone so everyone
Okay.
can analyze
Do you
it.
have a phone that works right
Yes,
now?
I
So
do. It's
go
right
ahead.
now. The phone is busy streaming live footage from the International
So
Space
why don't
Station.
you Google
It's over.
Pfizer court case
It's over.
75 years? Just Google
Well, it's a
Pfizer
longitude.
court case 75 years
Yeah,
and see
no,
what
but
happens.
you don't know how.
Google it. Just
Medical-
Google it.
Yeah.
Google Pfizer court case 75 years.
No,
Google it.
I don't. We're not learning, and that's a problem in my life. Let me see. Let me see. I want a very specific. Here's a 3 minutes.
Vaccines
Let's
and
do
the
it.
immune response.
But that's not
No,
the
no.
article.
Quiet for 3 minutes. I get the floor.
Influenza
Oh, I gotta take a hit
vaccines
anyway.
are able to trigger an immune response by mimicking viral infection.
That's none of that's true.
No, you don't. No. I want you to listen for 3 minutes because you. Oh, why? How did I do it?
Inactive fractioned viral component.
No. We're gonna start this over, and you're gonna give me 3 minutes. So I'm gonna sit here and smoke this bowl. You need to get raw. I was gonna make this point earlier. You don't know the difference between research that's anecdotal and research that is
Dude, I
flat
gotta go.
research. Anecdotal.
I gotta go. You take care.
Vaccines and the immune
Google
response.
Pfizer
How
court
vaccines
case
They're going to seal the information out. You could take 3 minutes and learn how vaccines
I
work.
know you
Viral
think you
infection.
know. Google
I
Pfizer
know
court
your
case
kind are
75
crazy. I wish you weren't here and I had a chance to talk to the other couple more.
Inactive
Fuck.
fractioned viral components contain the subvirion particles hemagglutinin, HA, and neuraminidase, NA. In Canada,
They have
influenza
nothing.
vaccines are
They have
administered
nothing.
via intramuscular injection.
She's saying, oh, they want to hide
These fractioned particles
the
containing the foreign antigens hemagglutinin and
hide the
neuraminidase
vaccine
are
knowledge
released
for
from the vaccine
75
into
years.
the bloodstream. There, they are met with an immune response mediated by various immune cells, including
It's called peer
macrophages,
review.
T lymphocytes or T cells, and B lymphocytes or B cells. A major mechanism of action involves macrophage phagocytosis of hemagglutinin, breaking it into smaller components. After ingestion, macrophages display the hemagglutinin antigen on their surface in combination with a specific receptor known as the major histocompatibility complex, or MHC. T cells are now able to recognize and bind foreign antigens that are associated with the MHC. Upon binding to the MHC receptor, T cells become activated and proliferate into either cytotoxic T cells, regulatory suppressor T cells, or helper T cells. Activated helper T cells express hemagglutinin receptors specific to the vaccine strand on their surface and play a major role in antibody generation and memory B cell activation. Unlike T cells, B cells are able to ingest hemagglutinin independent of the MHC. Once internalized, B cells process the hemagglutinin antigen and present it on their surface in combination with an MHC. When activated helper T cells interact with activated B cells expressing antigen MHC receptors, they begin secreting lymphokines, which have several effects. Lymphokines trigger activated B cell proliferation, which leads to either their differentiation into memory B cells or into plasma cells.
This fucking bitch.
Plasma cells produce hemagglutinin antibodies specific to the strain
I've tried
of
to learn
influenza
shit like
contained
this
in the
every
vaccine.
day. And I
Memory B
know a
cells
lot
aid
about
in
the
future
world.
immune response when exposed
I
to an active
do
influenza
listen to some of
virus.
the new stuff, but I try to
When
get
an
in
infected
this.
host sneezes towards an uninfected person, the nasopharynx is exposed to aerosol droplets containing whole, live influenza virus. Once inhaled, the influenza virus attempts viral colonization of nasopharyngeal epithelial cells. Assuming that the vaccine strain matches that of the live virus, hemagglutinin antibodies block viral attachment of live influenza virus to host epithelial cells, and overall disease is either avoided or diminished in severity.
Our side has science. Science is where you test shit and get back a result. Their shit has nothing. Man, I hope, like, is my phone's here? Yeah, like, I don't trust people like that. Okay, so she's into QAnon. Thanks. Here's the flip side. She's like, I'm a positive person, but it's true that people kill and eat kids to get psychic shit. Her thinking that means there has to be opposite somewhere. That's the bad part. They're all crazy. We have to do something. They're stupid. They're crazy. And she also is a flat earther. That's like to seal it in. She's like, show me one picture of the earth not being flat. Well, here's a live stream to the International Space Station. And I can pull it up on my 5G cell phone. You're an idiot. You're an absolute moron. Oh, fuck, dude. It's 8:46. But I got working. I'm gonna just get burritos and go to bed, dude. Think about how ludicrous her statement is, too. Let's just focus on that for just a second. She says they don't want you to know about information about the vaccine for 75 years. Now, we all know if she has anything related to it, something about patent and money, but she doesn't people think that they keep it secret because it's patented. No. That's not the way they do medical research. Everyone sees what it is, and everyone can peer review it. Everyone on earth can see it. They just don't have the rights to make it. Okay, it's like a book at the library. You can go look at it, but you can't say it's yours and sell copies of it. But it's not hidden, and everyone can see it, and everyone can review it. And that's critical to how all medical stuff works. Because you need billions of people. There are 8 billion people now. I saw it the other day. It's considered a map. That's crossed. They run screaming for the hill. Let's say, and I just pulled up something over a loud squawking ass. You know how vaccines work with some diagrams, and they go screaming for the hills because they're fucking retarded. But they're dangerous. I'm telling you. She specifically said people kill and eat kids to get psychic shit. That's dangerous, dude. Did you do that? She got in the car and drove away. She drives around, dude. Am I the only one seeing this? Am I the only one fucking seeing this? Is the world going crazy and is it just me, dude? I'm not stupid. But these people are stupid. These people are really stupid. These people are so stupid that it scares me. That it's not funny, dude. Like, People are gonna die. You have to be careful. The inbreeding is out of control. It's a joke until it's not. You know, that's pretty much what we got going on here. It's a joke until it's not. Oh shit. Oh, I got a big ass American flag up there. I'm not sure why this dude in here is pissed with me, because I've brought money before every time. Like, there's some looky-loo. I may have looked and not bought, but that's only because he seriously didn't have what I needed. But I bought twice at least. I know. Like, I know. I pay attention to that shit. It's the neighborhood, so whatever. Ooh, no, this goes in there. Got nice phone, naked phone. Back to that. It's got satin on the back. It's this weird satin. Man, it's nice. It's like an extra upgrade. It's like way advanced because there's no case on it. When they get to be in a case and they're this size, they're extra small, like paper thin, and then there's a case. They're so crazy, dude, these QAnon utters. It's all. I was gonna immediately divert. I shouldn't have done vaccines. I gotta make a note on that. Let's skip straight to like hydrogen, mix them with oxygen to make them water. Chemical reactions, basic. Like, let's go over here and learn. Like, you have to. They're stupid. Like, no, I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I'm dangerous. I'm big. I'm desperate. I just want to be left alone by bad people. The community. The earlier vlog I was talking about that. Why do people keep bullying me? What do you think pissing me off's gonna do? I don't need anything. But, like, leave me alone and there won't be. Don't start no shit. There won't be no shit. Like, this is me being a social, could be on holiday, and the QAnon nutter fucker. And then the other couple, they were nice. That was nice, but... Alright, I have to do stuff. I need some rest.